I'm Mike from ImEveryone.
So what is ImEveryone?
ImEveryone is an anonymous confession site.
And for people that don't know what a confession site is, can you tell us a bit more about what they are?
Sure, if you've got something that you want to confess to the world anonymously, so no one's going to judge you, discuss it with strangers, or if you're just interested in other people's lives and want to see what other people's secrets are like, then you can go to an anonymous confession site and do all those things.
So why is ImEveryone different?
There's quite a few things that make it really different from all the existing confession sites. We have a magazine style format, so every post has images and videos attached to it. We have a live feed which actually publishes new posts as soon as they come in. So unlike other confession sites that update maybe once a week for one of the more popular ones, we do what they do in a week in a couple of hours. We also have a unique discussions feature.
So do you want to tell us a bit more about that?
It's one of the things that also helps us kind of stay different from the competition. We allow people to have a conversation with strangers, still knowing who's who, but not knowing anyone's identity. So someone might post something that there's, something they want to get off their chest. We've had everything from sex, relationships, work, jealousy, friendship, and they'll make that post, and they've got a little animal associated with that. Might be a horse. Someone who will respond to that, ask them a question. They might get a turtle. The horse will come back and respond to the turtle, and you can follow who's saying what. And if someone else comes along, they might get a little bird. But you know who's saying what and who has, different opinions on the issues, even though you don't actually know who anyone is. So it's a really interesting way to talk to strangers about your issues, and have a real conversation, but still be completely anonymous.
So what's the vetting process like for the posts that people are making on ImEveryone?
We put a lot of effort in making sure the content is kind of classy and interesting. So none of this kind of I got drunk and fell over type confessions you see on other sites. We do a lot of work making sure the language is appropriate. We allow swearing, we don't allow anything that's hateful. All the images that people are attached to each post, we use a number of different checkings. We have body part recognition software that we use on all the images. And for videos, we allow our partners like YouTube and Vimeo to use their own filters to check the contents.
And I've heard there's a funny story about a pastrami sandwich. Do you want to tell us a bit more about that?
There is a funny story about a pastrami sandwich. Our body part recognition filter is generally pretty accurate and can occasionally be too aggressive. So when I launched the site in the first week, we had a huge flood of traffic, and I was checking the accuracy of the filter, and I found a lot of stuff that we didn't want on the site had been vetted and before it could get to the front page. And I also found a picture of a pastrami sandwich which had been recognized as a body part. I will leave it to your audience to work out how that happened.
Okay, and big question is money. How are you funded?
We sell products that we think thoughtful, introspective people who think about themselves and relationships and personal development might be interested in. So we have an Amazon store, and we kind of vet things that are appropriate for our audience, and yeah, that's our revenue model. And
what's the future for ImEveryone?
I think one of the things people really like about the site is that it has this kind of big magazine format, because it's way more visual than the other sites, which is just a wall of text. We have all these videos and pictures. We already have a Chrome app that came out a couple of days ago. We'll have an iPad app very soon, and that'll have kind of finger-based touch gestures, and you can just literally read the site like a magazine, swiping from page to page.